I want to have a dinosaur as a best friend and a pet, and we'll be buddies. And I'm right. Hey everybody! I am back with another conspiracy video, and I know if you follow me on Twitter, I said I was going to do a different video, but I got really excited about this one, and I changed my mind, and now my dog is here because I started talking, so I'm just petting her. That's what my hand is doing. Hello, Popcorn. But today we are kind of just talking about the conspiracy or several conspiracies that is just Antarctica. Here's a quick recap of the planet Earth. Antarctica is a giant continent on the southern end of the globe, named as the opposite of the Arctic, which is the North Pole. Antarctica, Arctic, you get it. I was going to give you an entire history on expeditions there, and it was officially discovered, and then I realized that that's very long, complicated, filled with inaccurate, at the very least questionable accounts from the 1400s, and I might as well just link the Antarctica Wikipedia page in the description below, so you can find that there along with all my other sources. But yeah, then I just looked at the most notable expeditions and hit the first article I found, which will also be in the description below. And so I'll just run through a few of those. But if you don't want to hear the history part, and if you want to just skip to the conspiracy part, I'm going to put this part on fast mode. So if you want to hear the history part, just slow down the video a little bit, and then you can hear it better. In 1773, James Cook made the first recorded crossing the Atlantic Circle. Basically, what he tried to do was circumnavigate the globe around the bottom surfing floor of Antarctica, and he wasn't able to get all the way across because, big surprise, he couldn't sail through the continent face. In 1820, Captain Thaddeus von Bellingshausen, probably butchered that, sorry Russia, from Russia, was searching around down there and saw an ice shore of extreme height, his words, which this article claims to be the first sighting of the actual mainland of Antarctica. The captain didn't claim to have discovered his surgeon's map with that of Antarctica's coastline actually does left in that area, so he probably found it. But surprise, surprise, it turns out that the Europeans might not have been the first to find it back in the 1700s. Shocking, I know, because surely there's no cultures closer to Antarctica than Europe, which is, let me just check up here. But, you know, a study in 2021 published in New Zealand claims that Polynesians could have landed in Antarctica 1,000 years before Western culture did. This is referenced in oral histories, or work, and several other historical reports, but this also seems to be a fact that a lot of people don't agree with, so it's really just history at this point. Though we'll point out that European countries and Western cultures have made a habit of trying to erase any history that doesn't make them out of the heroes. So there's that. Despite that, the first officially confirmed landing in Antarctica was in January of 1895, when 7 men nobody can agree on who was the actual first guy landed in Antarctica, who was hidden ground or ice or snow, reportedly for the first time. And then in late 1911 and early 1912, a British team led by Robert Falcon Scott was trying to make their way to the geographical South Pole after a failed expedition in 1902. When they got there, lo and behold, they found out that a Norwegian team had already been there and left. Then they had a really bad time trying to get back out, and the last 3 men on that expedition unfortunately ended up dying on March 29th, 1912 due to the bad weather conditions. And speaking of that Norwegian team, in 1911, Roald Amundsen, sorry, Norwegians, I apologize, I probably butchered that. He heard about Robert Scott and decided that he could do it, and he did. He survived his expedition for a few reasons. He landed closer to the pole, started 3 weeks earlier, arrived at the pole a full 33 days before the Scott expedition did, and he also used exclusively sled dogs while Scott had dogs and ponies. After all of that, in 1914 and 1950, there were various attempts to completely cross the continent of Antarctica, and of course there's now research bases and a few other things going on there, but no, this is running on, and despite how interesting history is, this is about the conspiracies we haven't even touched on yet. So now that I finished my history lesson, let's get to the conspiracy. Basically, the conspiracy of Antarctica is that there's something hidden there. There's something hidden in Antarctica that would change the entire world as we know it. Some say giants, some say ancient civilizations, some say an entrance to the center of the Earth, which is connected to the Hollow Earth theory, or all of these wrapped into one. I will say that it is almost certain that Antarctica used to be full of lush rainforests and only really froze around 34 million years ago, which was the middle of the Cretaceous period, which is the final part of the Mesozoic era, or as many of us know it, dinosaur times. So yes, there were dinosaurs and there are fossils on Antarctica, and that doesn't completely relate to the conspiracy, but I love dinosaurs, so I'm going to bring that up. And if the theories about old civilizations or old eras of the world being trapped in the ground or in the earth, with the entrance of that being in Antarctica from before the freeze, I'm fine claiming that dinosaurs could just, be there, because I think that would be really cool. Other people think giants are there, which is referenced biblically a few times, called Nephilim. And if giants interest you, I'd recommend you check out Wendigoon's channel, because he's way more into them than I am. He does way bigger deep dives, and his channel was a bit of an inspiration for me, even starting to discuss conspiracies rather than my regular old bullshit videos that you can watch. Some believe there's government bases, alien bases, both combined, both combating each other, or some mix of that. It's also a proven fact that at least the United States government has hidden their research from aliens, from us in the past, so I'd not be shocked if they were in fact still doing that now. Hollow Earth is an interesting one, because as a conspiracy nerd, I'd love that to be true, but as a geology nerd, I know it's most likely not. But as a scientist, I will say that we are constantly learning more about every part of the world, and maybe our technology that we've used to figure out the inside of the Earth isn't as reliable or understood as we think it is. So there's still a chance, and you can't tell me I'm wrong, because we don't really know. The conspiracy comes from basically what I could find on it, that Antarctica is very unexplored. It's a bit of a barren wasteland, though I will point out that when Lewis and Clark first discovered the Grand Canyon, which is now, I believe, one of the natural wonders of the world, they also called it a barren wasteland, and that nobody would really find any use for it or want to be there. So just throwing that out there. Google Earth images show strange shapes such as pyramids, craters, caves, and possible UFO landings or crash sites. And this just gives more food for the fire that is conspiracies. Most of Antarctica, thanks to satellites, has been mapped out. But there's snow, blizzards, clouds, and of course government interference, which I'll never really say isn't a possibility, because it is. It literally always is a possibility. I don't care. They're messing with shit. The research bases, there's obviously do their best, but they're limited, and as Antarctica does have an area of at least 14 million square kilometers, I'd say there are things that can just be missed. As I said before, we're constantly learning new things, and there's parts of the world we just don't understand, such as the ocean, parts of the rainforest and other less touched areas, and of course the colder, less hospitable regions like the Arctic and Antarctica. There are also sources and people that claim that Hitler and the Nazis were searching for something in Antarctica. And to be completely clear, I don't give a shit about anything Hitler or the Nazis cared about, because they killed millions and they're white supremacists. And quite frankly, I wish they'd just stop being mentioned in conspiracy research. But there you go. For those of you that cite them for this, you don't need that. There's plenty of reasons to have a theory and ask questions without just bringing up Hitler. Okay, I'm done talking about him, even though that 1 minute makes me want to take a shower and wash out my entire brain, so we're done, because he has nothing to do with this. But so many people bring him up when they're talking about it, I had to bring it up. There you go. There you go. At the end of the day, I can't tell you for sure what's going on in Antarctica. That's why we call conspiracy theories that. Theories. As for the purpose of this theories, looking at the history and the why and the how, I think it's perfectly reasonable to have questions about everything there. We don't know for sure, and there's a lot of accounts from ancient texts and modern claims that should be looked into. I think it's fun, harmless, and genuinely could be real. Same thing for conspiracies about the ocean or space. We just don't know. And we don't have the ability to figure it out yet. And once we do, I want to have a dinosaur as a best friend and a pet, and we'll be buddies. And I'm right. I just think it'd be cool if dinosaurs were still around. And I know they're birds. I'm going to make videos about dinosaurs. Leave me alone. But yeah, that's kind of like my whole summary of Antarctica and the conspiracies connected to it. A lot simpler than the missing 411 and the national park closures, but that's because like there's just a lot. It's a lot different, this one and that one. So this video might be a little shorter, even though I'm trying to make them longer. But that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. If there's not as much to talk about, there's not as much to talk about. And I'm not doing deep dives, despite my spiral about history at the beginning of this. That hopefully didn't bore you all to death. And yeah, I think there's probably stuff in Antarctica we don't know about. I would love it to be something really, really cool and crazy. And if it's not that, that's also fine. You know, like I said, I would like to come at these with kind of a neutral vibe, just to kind of see the origins of them. And I've done that. And I've also told you what some of the theories are. And I drew this diagram, which I'm proud of. It's my diagram. So yeah, there's that. All of the sources and articles that I looked at are in the description below. Other videos about conspiracies that I've already covered, and just other things that I've rambled on about for 10 to 20 minutes. You can find them on my channel. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter. Everywhere you want to find me, it would be Coby thing. And I'm also going to be putting the link to my merch site, which is mostly linked to my Twitch, but I also want to link here. If you want to grab any of the designs that I have on there. There should be new ones coming out fairly soon. I'm still fine-tuning them a little bit. But yeah, that is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hasta la pasta. I'll see you next time.